I'm Chef Mike Moses, and welcome back to my kitchen. As I mentioned in my last video, we're doing the Asian theme. And tonight is going to be chicken almond gai ding. I'm going to show you how to put it all together for a very delicious meal coming up. So the recipe for almond gai ding. Let's look at the sauce first. We need about 3/4 of a cup of chicken broth, 3 tablespoons of light soy sauce, half a teaspoon of white pepper, a tablespoon of cornstarch, 3 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. For the chicken almond gai ding, the ingredients: about 20 ounces of cubed chicken, half a broccoli florets, about a cup of snow peas, half a red pepper, half a can of water chestnuts, a stalk of green onions, 3 garlic cloves chopped, and a tablespoon of cornstarch. So we're going to get the mise en place all ready to go. First thing we have to do is get our chicken cut up in such a way that it's called velvetizing. A lot of people like to use baking soda. You don't have to do that. There's an easier way, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Because this has to sit for about 30 minutes, and we'll get all the rice and stuff. First of all, we want to take our chicken breast, and you'll see the grain goes this way, which is okay. So we'll cut it into 3 pieces. And now we're going to cut it against the grain. So I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but the grain goes this way. So we're going to cut our pieces just about 1/4 inch thick. That's so when we cook it, it doesn't fall apart. There's one side, put it in a bowl. Check the grain out on this one. And the grain's going this way, so we're going to cut it in this manner. And these are the chicken tenders. Doesn't matter which way you cut those. And the grain goes like this on this piece here. So we'll cut it this way. There. Now that the chicken's cut up, we want to velvetize it. First, you need about a teaspoon, or actually a little more than that, about a tablespoon of water. Put it on top of your chicken. Just start massaging it around. You'll notice all the water disappears. Goes right into the chicken, makes it nice and moist. All right, the water's gone. We're going to add a tablespoon of cornstarch. And again, massage it around. And last but not least, about a teaspoon of oil. And what this oil does is help the chicken, keeps the chicken from sticking in the frying pan. All right, our chicken is all set up. Should let this sit for about 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll get ready with our mise en place on the veggies and ready to put it all together. the chicken's on the marinade, and now we should get some almonds roasted. And I just have some unsalted almonds, and I'm just going to put them on a little bit of heat, get some roasting going on in them. Makes it very good. And for our sauce, it's a very simple sauce, very flavorful though. We're going to use 3/4 of a cup of chicken stock, about 3 tablespoons, I'm just going to eyeball it here, of hoisin, get that all off, 3 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce, the recipe calls for a teaspoon and a half of sea salt. I don't like that much salt, so I'm just going to use a couple of pinches. Some white pepper, about a half a teaspoon. Again, using the pinches. And about a tablespoon of cornstarch. Clean off any residual stuff on my spoon, because it's all tasty. There, all mixed up, ready to go. You may think that looks like a lot. It's actually 1.5 cups of deliciousness. And once we put it on the hot pan and it starts to boil, the cornstarch thickens up and it coats everything with this delicious gai ding sauce. Roasting your almonds, probably about 10 minutes on medium high. You don't want them burnt, you just want them nicely warmed and roasted, ready to go into the almond gai ding. And it is now time to put everything together. Just heating up our pan. So I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of oil in the frying pan. Get it nice and hot. Spin around, and we're going to do this in stages. So the first thing I want to do is get my onions in here. And these are sliced onions, about 1/4 inch. And I just want them till they're translucent, broken apart. I tried this dish yesterday. And I asked my wife, I said, would you mind eating it again? And the answer was hell no, so we're going to eat it again. My heat is about medium high. When the onions are sliced this thin, it doesn't take very long. Just make sure they're all broken up. And of course, with everything we do, we season in the stages. Salt, a little bit of pepper. All right, those onions look good. Now it's time to add the garlic, and we only want to cook the garlic for probably 45 seconds. Just to cook it. Stir that around. This dish gets very flavorful, very colorful, very fast. Okay, the garlic and the onions are cooked. So we shall remove those, put them in a bowl, just temporarily. And now we'll add our chicken. Now remember, we've had this chicken velvetized with cornstarch, water, a little bit of oil, sitting for about 30 minutes. We want the internal temperature of the cooked chicken to be about 165. With the cornstarch on the chicken, you'll see it gets a nice golden crust on it. Okay, our biggest piece is at 165. We put the onions and the garlic back in. All of it. And now we're going to add all our vegetables. The red pepper, the carrots, the broccoli, the peas, we're going to cook this until the broccoli gets nice and vibrant green. Won't take long. Then we'll add the water chestnuts and the almonds. Let those come up to temperature, and then we'll add the sauce. Our broccoli is almost there. We'll throw in our water chestnuts. And our almonds. Now give our sauce a nice mix. Stir it around, and the sauce will naturally thicken up as the cornstarch starts to boil. And coat everything. Sauce is starting to tighten up. Still hasn't come to a boil, so that's how you can tell the cornstarch has done its thing. Once it starts to boil and thicken up. The sauce is thickened, and you can see it's coating everything with a nice sheen on it. Let's go to the plate. And now we'll add our green onions. One more final stir. And now we can go to the plate. And there we have our chicken almond gai ding. Another one of my creative stir fries. I hope you try it out. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you like this, or subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos very shortly. For more information on this recipe, head over to my website, www.chefmikemoses.com. You'll find I have a blog there with recipes you can print off. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm here to help you cook better, eat healthier, and shop smarter.